Shalom, and welcome to another Bible study, which is our Ask the Priest edition because of our Feast of Tabernacles. We're hoping that you guys have enjoyed the things that we have been able to do. Of course, we do a whole lot more in house. We make sure that we gather every day here at where we have set up our tabernacle. Being that today, we're going to deal with Ask the Priest. So, if you guys have any questions, send those emails to the UCI.org, and we'll try to get with them in this session. If not, we'll pull it over to the next time we gather. Now, the first question that we have here is one can deceive without lying, but one cannot lie without deception. I was meditating on this and wondering if Yahweh considers these the same. So let's go to Leviticus chapter 19. Leviticus 19 and let's see here. Start at verse 9.
And when you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not wholly reap the corners of the field. Neither shall you gather the gleaning of your harvest.
Now, so even though that field belongs to you, all of that field is not supposed to be available unto you. This is a very strange concept for us because we think that every dime we get is for us. Most of the time, we've already spent the money before we get it. So we have definitely counted that as ours. Now, the strange part about deception is there is no excuse for not knowing the law. You will understand if you get pulled over by the police and they say you were speeding in this zone, and they said, well, I didn't see the sign. The tree grew over the speed limit sign. I didn't know. Ignorance of the law is no excuse for breaking the law. That is not a viable response. They are not going to accept that you didn't know. And in this place is so interesting that they don't publicize any of the changes of laws, but they still expect you to follow a law that nobody has told you went into effect. So we have situations that come January the 1st, all of these new laws have entered, nobody told you anything. Get caught doing them, you're going to pay the fine or you're going to jail. And you can go down to the courthouse all you want and try to talk to them. And they'll listen to your excuse. And they say, you know what, that was very articulately given. Now the fine is such and such. You won't pay me or you won't pay them. How you want to pay it. Simple as that. That is the end of that. So there are some fraud or deception that we don't have any idea that we're doing. Still doesn't make it legal because we didn't know it. Now, if we do know it, there is another level because now that's premeditated. So it doesn't even have to be that you knew it was a deceptive way. So, because this deception goes on several levels. Keep reading.
And you shall not glean your vineyard, neither shall you gather every grape of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the stranger.
So what if this individual just kept everything that was in their field? They have already have committed deception or defrauding because all of it wasn't supposed to be theirs. Go ahead.
I am Yahweh your Elohim. You shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Now, lies happen in various forms. There's the lie that we tell that is different than what really happened. And then there's that part where we lie by omission. We know that there's something else. We leave that out. And in leaving that part out, now there's an omission. And now without giving all of that information, guess what? If you even look under the regular laws of the land, they will call that fraud. Why? Because someone has entered into an agreement and you held back information, allowing those people to get into the agreement without that information that you purposely held back. That is fraud. They have then defrauded their neighbor. Keep reading.
And you shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shall you profane the name of your Elohim. I am Yahweh. You shall not defraud your neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with you all night until the morning.
Now, you know what's interesting? One of these says you shall not defraud your neighbor, and then separation, neither rob him. Defraud and rob were separated. See, and we will be more angry at the individual who robbed us, right? Because that will be a physical action. This person came up, they showed you a weapon. They said, give me the stuff that you got. We will get angry because this event has happened to us face to face. Now, take defrauding. Now you're talking about something like embezzlement, where this person has probably stole hundreds of thousands, if not millions, but they are smiling. They are presenting themselves as if there's no issue, but they have defrauded this individual. In some cases, those people don't even know that they have been taken advantage of. So these are separated. There's one that may be taken out of subtlety, and another one is taken by force. But they still are problems. Go ahead.
You shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear your Elohim.
Now, why does that go right under fraud? Wait a minute. You know that you're in a situation where there's not equal footing. You shall not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind. Wait a minute. So you knew this person couldn't see. And you purposely put something there that they would fall? Now, there's a natural application to this, and there's a spiritual application for this. You know this individual has an issue, or you see that you have a certain amount of power over that individual. Why did you operate in that fashion? See, now we're back to fraud again. Go ahead.
I am Yahweh. Verse 15. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. You shall not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shall you judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a talebearer.
All right, let's go. As first, I want to go right there. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. First Thessalonians chapter 4, and I want you to read verse 6 for me.
That no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter.
In any matter. So then let's go back to the question. One can deceive without lying, but one cannot lie without deception. I was meditating on this and wondering if Yahweh considers them the same. 4 and 6, that no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter. My guess is then Yahweh considers those the same, because there's several ways that we can lie. All lies, we can actually present something, and if those individuals don't ask the right questions, then they won't get all of those answers, and we formulated it in such a way that they wouldn't. So it is indeed deception. It says that no man go beyond and defraud his brother in any matter. Now, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And see, is various types of fraud. And see, there's some of that fraud we don't want to hear nothing about. But start 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 4.
The wife has not power of her own body, but the husband.
All right, now some people are already upset. They already upset. I already got hate mail. Already, the email blowing up. You ain't even finished reading the verse yet. Go ahead.
And likewise, also the husband has not power of his own body.
All right, now it's getting a little bit better, but it still ain't there. Go ahead.
But the wife.
Okay, go ahead.
Defraud you not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
Wait a minute. What is it talking about? Defraud you not one another? There's certain things that are supposed to be marital duties. The wife have not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband have not power of his own body, but the wife. Defraud you not one another, except it be with consent for a time. Keep reading.
That you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency.
Now we have an issue. It says that now the next verse says, but I speak this by permission, not of commandment. Not that this is a law, but I'm telling you, if you don't take care of this, Satan is in your house. But will we look at this as the same type of defrauding? So we have to look at these levels of deception and consider how do we look at that versus how our Elohim will look at that. Because at the end of the day, it matters how he looks at something, not how we look at something. Our next question says, with Jacob and Esau, without the birthright given, what might have happened if Esau kept that birthright? Let's go to Genesis chapter 27. And go ahead and start it. Start at verse 1.
And it came to pass that when Esau was old and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau, his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am. And he said, Behold now, I am old, I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray you, your weapon, your quiver and your bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless you before I die. And Rebekah heard when Esau spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard your father speaking unto Esau, your mother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless you before Yahweh, before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command you. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for your father, such as he loveth. And you shall bring it to your father, that he may eat, and that he may bless you before his death.
Now, it's interesting that one of the questions was about deception and lying, because now we have a situation that's happening here that the father is passing off a blessing, but he believes that he's passing the blessing off to one son, but he's passing it off to another. And it is straight deception happening right here in this situation. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. Go ahead.
And Yaakov said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be your curse, my son.
Now, she says, I will take on the curse. Now, why would she do that? There's some previous information that's been given unto her. Keep going.
Only obey my voice and go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly remnant of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Yaakov, her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Yaakov. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Who art you, my son? And Yaakov said unto his father, I am Esau, your firstborn.
Lie. Now, why does Yahweh allow this to go forward? He just said he was Esau. Now, you have to also look at Yahweh is the Elohim that tells you the ending before the beginning. Now, isn't it absolutely interesting that here in these days and times, there's a whole group of people pretending to be Jews who the entire world say are not Jews, and now the beginning of the covenant starts with somebody pretending that they're somebody else? Keep going.
I have done according as you badest me. Arise, I pray you, sit and eat on my venison, that your soul may bless me.
Even though it looked like Yahweh let some things go, you still going to have to make atonement for the things that you have committed in the past. Now, Yahweh is allowing this to go forward. But guess how the children of Israel got to eat this? You got to sit there and watch somebody pretend to be you. Man, Yahweh deep, man. Go ahead.
And Esaac said unto his son, How is it that you have found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because Yahweh your Elohim brought it to me. And Esaac said unto Yaakov, Come near, I pray you, that I may feel you, my son, whether you be my very son Esau or not.
Mm-hmm.
And Yaakov went near unto Esau his father, and he felt them, and said, The voice is Yaakov's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau.
So we're talking about deep pretending to be the other brother. We're talking about down to the flesh appearing to be the same, wearing the clothes so he smells like a man of the field. Oh, now we go into the pretending that's going on. You have individuals taking hold of the words given for the true children of Israel, and they are commanding them upon themselves. Go ahead.
And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him.
Right. So the people of the earth are not discerning between the ones who are pretending to be Jews and the ones who are not. So who really are, and they can't tell. So they're blessing them. They're giving them money. They're giving them all of these things, not understanding that they're giving the blessing to the wrong individuals. Oh, Yahweh gonna make you atone for everything that you do, even when he let it go. He might have forgiven you, but guess what? How you gonna pay that bill? We keep looking at everything and say, "Oh, it's so unfair." Hold on. Have you gone back far enough to figure out what your part in this was? Go ahead.
Verse 24. And he said, are you my very son Esau? And he said, I am.
Right. Sometimes when people hell bent online, it don't matter how many times you ask them, well, I'm ask you one more time. Just one more again. Oh, you really him? Yes, I is. I said, I swear I is. You ask them all the times you want. They ain't going to change the story. Go ahead.
And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless you. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Esau said unto him, come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment.
Wait a minute. So, the father Esau was betrayed with a kiss? See how Yahweh be playing? There's some things that you've gone through in your life and you don't even understand that they connected to something else. You still talking about woe is me. You don't know what this ain't nothing to do with you. They're way past that. You might not even figure out that for another 30 years. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Betrayed with a kiss. Go ahead.
And blessed them and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which Yahweh has blessed. Therefore Elohim gave you of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve you and nations bow down to you. Be master over your brethren and let your mother's son bow down to you. Cursed be every one that cursed you, and blessed be he that blessed you. And it came to pass, as soon as Esau had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Esau his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that your soul may bless me. And Esau his father said unto him, and Esau his father said unto him, Who are you? And he said, I am your son, your firstborn Esau.
So now you have this has gone forward. So what all of the blessing that was given unto Jacob was supposed to be originally set for Esau. So at the end of this, Esau later on, he has this you have this birthright, and then the birthright was sold, but at the end of the day, it was going to be one way anyway. Go back. I'll get you to go to Genesis 25. And start at verse 23 for me. Matter of fact, start at 19.
And these are the generation of Esau, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Esau, and Esau was 40 years old when he took Rebekah his wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Esau entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Now, there must have been something there as far as a limitation in his heart according to tradition, because he entreated for his wife. Yahweh answered his prayer. Now the next step gets interesting. Go ahead.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh.
Stop. When she started having issues with the pregnancy, why didn't he pray? She inquired. Did he feel like, okay, I got what I asked for. I asked for, she was barren, boom, she pregnant, I'm done. This is sometimes how we make big mistakes in our households, because we'll say, Hey, the light's on, right? All right, then. Well, I'm done. When you flick the light, did the light come on? Well, all right, then. I'm done. I'm straight. This is how we make some serious problems in our household. Why did he not? Yahweh heard him concerning her being barren. But now the next situation, she is inquiring about the struggle within her. Why is that? Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from your bowels.
Mm-hmm.
And the warm people shall be stronger than the older people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Now, stop. This is a struggle between these 2 boys. We talking forever sibling rivalry. It will never subside. But the winner gonna be the loser. Once the mama see who comes out first, she know he can't get the blessing. Now, the father didn't ask Yahweh. They say closed mouth don't get fed. He didn't ask. Why did he not ask? This was obviously tumultuous unto her, but he didn't ask his Elohim. She asked, she got the answer. Now she is operating from within the answer that she was given that he has no clue about. So not only was she given this information, then she hid that information the whole time from her husband. You realize how long she had to hide this? This information she got while the kid is still in the womb. He getting ready to die and still don't know this. He's still getting ready to go according to tradition and bless the older. So even if Esau has so-called kept the birthright, it don't matter if he'd have sold it or not. It was never his. It was already said. The elder is going to serve the younger. Yahweh said he going to be a little bit brother. And sometimes you have to look at situations in families. There may be a younger brother who ends up doing all the things that quote unquote the older brother's supposed to do. And they were always the more responsible. They were always the one who paid the bills. They were always the one who had to come and get the other one out of trouble. They were the little brother, but they always operated like the big brother. It was already said. So we will focus on the deception, the lie, the this, him selling it. It don't matter how Yahweh do what he does. It already said, I'm telling you, this is the way it's going to go. Now let them go ahead and struggle. But I'm telling you, the winner going to be the loser. That's something that we have to understand when we're getting down to destiny. You can't mess up destiny. You can decide that you're going to get off the path. You know what Yahweh do? He'll change the path. He said, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. I'm going over here. And Yahweh said, you know what? I just decided I was going to relocate salvation. You know what? Move salvation over here. And then you accidentally walk right into salvation. I was on my way to the club. I didn't. When did salvation move here? I had to put on my freaking dress, and I was ready to go and do the thing. That was it. That's all right. We got some more clothes in the back. Come on in. Shake it on in here. Come on in here. Come on. Yeah, I know you came to make something shake. Just come on in. Come on in. I got something for you in the back. But it was an accident. I know it was an accident for you. But I purposely moved it so you'd accidentally do what I told you to do. Yahweh do things like he leads you to a spiritual intersection in your life. It's a 4-way stop. It looked like you got 4 options. You can turn around and go back where you came from. You go to the left, you go to the right, or you can go straight ahead. You got all these options. And then you look up and you try the options. And you realize that there are 3 streets blocked. And you say, well, I guess I'll go down this one. And Yahweh toys with us. Good decision, my son. And it wasn't no decision. You blocked all the other streets. Destiny. Go ahead and try all of them. Go ahead. Try them. I'll wait for you. Try every last other street. I'll be right here. You still gonna go down this road right here. But go ahead. You go ahead and try. Because you the kind who somebody, you got to prove everything. Go ahead and prove all the other streets. And now when you come to the right street, now I don't want you arguing, talking about now I'm 10 years behind everybody. Well, that's just your own fault, because you had to try every street. I told you, you saw what was there. You saw that it was all blocked. You tried to climb over the walls. And now you're still going to go down that street that I opened up for you. That's destiny. When Yahweh has called, you can go all out of everywhere and he's going to still lead you. This whole gift that Yosef had, there's no way in the world Jacob was going to let that boy go out of his sight. That was the son of his old age. He loved this boy, but this boy had a gift of dreams, a gift of interpreting dreams. But he wasn't going to be able to help them there. That gift had to get on the other side of town. And he wasn't going to let him go. So something deceptive had to happen so that gift could get over to the place where it could eventually help them. But as long as the gift was among them, it wasn't going to help them. It had to get over there where Pharaoh was. And he eventually realizes that when he sees his brothers again, he said, don't be angry with yourself. I understand what Yahweh did. He made me go before you, knowing that you were going to end up coming to Egypt. That was one of the dreams. That the sons bowed down, the sun and the moon and the sheaves bowed down to him. They got ticked off with him because of the dream. His dad even looked at him like, whoa, hold on, little bruh. You talking about me and your mama gonna bow down to you? Bruh, come on, bruh. Hey, look at it, bruh. Don't let that coat fool you, bruh. Look at her. That's a pretty little coat. Hey, but check yourself, boy. But his father observed the saying. His brothers are ticked off. So much, in fact, that they said, we're going to snatch that coat and we're going to sell him as a slave. They're defrauding, and their anger about the vision actually is what made the vision. Yahweh does some things. So he shows Yosef something that will purposely anger his brothers. His brothers then make the vision come true by their anger about the vision. There was one path. There's only one way he gonna get to Egypt. And it sure ain't gonna be because the daddy gonna let him go. Those are things that we have to consider. Another question. I'm going to go to another question here. This says, my question for tonight is, do you have any thoughts on the 3-eye atlas and swan comets and their timing into our solar system? Now, a lot of these, as we start dealing with comets closer or traveling close to Earth, a lot of times we end up getting this debate between science and religion. And it's very interesting because it's like we can't see the same happening together. Like I used to often watch the History Channel until the History Channel went straight alien. All you see on the History Channel It's ancient aliens. You know, the guy that looked like he stuck his foot in an electrical socket and his hair standing all on his head. And all he do is talk about aliens, alien, alien. It's 24-hour alien. Everything. But let me tell you something. If an alien is supposed to be an entity not of this world, what is an angel? He's an alien. Matter of fact, do you understand the term that they use for the Jews in Ethiopia is Phalasha? The definition of Phalasha is alien resident. So they like to separate the two of these things. And we say, you know, what about UFOs and these things? You know, they're vehicles. You know what I found interesting when I went in here and found out it says Elohim had a chariot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He got a car? He got a ride? Now, could we just figure he can fly on his own? But there's a car. He got a chariot. Now, that's rather interesting. So, I want to read something. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12. Revelation chapter 12. And there's another question that was asking something about this. So I'm going to jump back and forth on those. Start at verse 7.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
So we have something coming here that is very deep. You have something from the heavens showing up to the earth. We have a difference of a being, of beings here. This is within our book. Now, you have those that will deal, and they only want to deal with alien, so they won't deal with the book. But what is the book describing? Even if you want to call it something else, whether you call it an alien, whether you want to call it an angel, what do you want to call that? It is not of this world. Keep going.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our Elohim and the power of his Amashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our Elohim day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
So wait a minute. If he was cast down and his angels with him, we are now dealing with some type of beings that were not made on earth. They are now on earth, but they are not from earth. Now, whether or not you want to call them something else or not, we have to deal with that. Because whenever we start getting the movement of comets and other any kind of galaxy issues, the people start getting a little uneasy. But we already have this written that there's going to be some perplexities in the sky. There's going to be some situations that are going to happen. Whether or not those particular occurrences are what we're waiting for, that we won't know. but we know it's going to be something. Go ahead.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle.
All right, that's as far as I want to go there. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 13. Start at verse 9.
Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light.
Wait a minute. We talking about some changes here. Now, some of the things that we have to look at here, there has to be a planning of something. We have often, I remember when I first started talking about these creepy clouds, and people was like, man, will you stop mentioning the creepy clouds? We don't even believe, what you're saying. More and more, people start paying attention that these clouds don't move. They come through. We watch the spray that come from the planes. They crisscross. Sooner or later, they spread out, and there's an entire blanket over the sky. Now, we have been nothing but assuming. What are these things for? We know that at some point when it happens, we know they're so-called blocking the sun because it gets darker. You can't even find the sun in the middle of the day after they spray these clouds. Okay? But because these clouds are made the way they are, you also can't see what's on the other side of the sky. That is rather interesting. So there could be a full-fledged event happening. And sometimes this sky, these clouds are so thick, it look like, and they're low. It almost looks like you can go on top of your house and touch them. This is how low these so-called clouds are. And then they don't move. They just stay there for hours. And we so busy looking down at the phone, we have forgotten, hey man, when we were little, didn't them things used to move? The clouds move. Why don't these move? Because they're not clouds. So any event that they want to happen can happen right over your head. And you won't have a clue. Because you can't see past what that is. That is rather interesting. That there are clouds that are supposedly not solid, but there's a complete blanket and you can't see them. And every now and then, it'll throw you off because a slight opening will come and the sun will come down so strong, you will feel it and look up. And before you know it, just a little bit of float, boom, the sun just out, just like that. So we have to consider, Yahweh has already told us that there's going to be great changes in our solar system. Go ahead, keep reading.
The sun shall be darkened in his going forth,
Uh-huh.
and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Uh-huh.
And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their lawlessness, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man that the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
I will shake the heavens, plural, and the earth shall remove out of her place. Go ahead.
In the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Do you understand? If the earth moves out of her place, one of the things says that it shall reel to and forth like a drunkard. If the rotation starts going off, everything goes off. It's not like one thing. One event can cause all the plagues behind it. If the rotation gets off, everything gets off. Go ahead.
And it shall be as the chase roll, and as a sheep that no man take it up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
All right, now we're talking about a mass migration, and it's all connected to these interstellar events, these galaxy events, these events that are happening in the heavens. We're also now talking about everybody going back to their own land, because eventually the children of Israel have to be forced back. Just like going into Babylon the first time, Israel didn't want to go back. Everybody, all Israel didn't want to go back to Israel. They said, man, we done made a name for ourselves here in Babylon. And we enjoying the Babylonian life. We're not trying to go back like that. Well, if all it took was 70 years for us to not want to go back then, what do you think happened now? Y'all ain't going to have to tie some of us up. And the same way we got tied up and put in the boat before, someone's going to have to get tied up, put in the boat again, trying to go, no! We're going to cry, Babylon, please, it's on fire. Don't take me, Lord. They're going to have to chain us up to check this out. Yahweh chain you up to get you out of somewhere, and he got to chain you up, take you back home. Lord, please don't take me. Right. Because we done made something for ourselves. Here, last thing we want to do is start over. And the more successful we are, the harder it's going to be. The people who got nothing, they're going to be standing there right at the back. Hey, man, when we boarding, bro? Come on, let's go. Man, the folk who got something, I'll be like, man, y'all sure we can't fit this Benz on here? No. It's going to be harder when you got something. We haven't considered those things. There were people in Babylon that did not want to leave. So, these events are going to start to multiply. So, we're not just looking for one event. We're looking for the event. Okay? So, understand which one we're looking for. With all of you're going to have this happening. You're going to have that happening. You're looking for the events that cause this. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
All right, let's jump to Isaiah chapter 30. And read verse 26 for me.
Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that Yahweh binded up the breach of his people, and healed the stroke of their wound.
Now, so I want you to put that with what we read before. All right, first, the sun and the moon, the light go out. Okay? The light go out. Then he turned the sun on 7 times hotter. Okay, you want to talk about some signs in the sky. Now, you want to startle somebody, right? Let it be dark in the room. And then hit the brightest light ever while they have gotten accustomed to the dark. Oh, Yahweh's in shock mode right now. And see, first thing, we don't want to be shocked. We don't want to be offended. Let me tell you something. When you in the dark and somebody turn on a bright light, you offended. First thing the police do is hit that light, put it in front of your face. Oh, they trying to offend you. Hey there, boy. Hey, boy. Hey, boy, give me your license. and your registration. Boy, don't move your hand. Wait, hey man, hold on, bro. How you gonna ask me for my license, then tell me don't move to get it? You went from dark to the sun is 7 times brighter, and now the moon is like the sun. So night is day, and day is hellfire and damnation. Understand what it is we're looking for. I don't go into a whole lot of names of comments and all of those other things. I'm looking for which ones start affecting the lights. Which ones start turning the night light out. See, some of us act like, I'm grown. I don't need no night light. Let me tell you something. When the night light go out, I got a problem. Where is my night light? When my night light go out, we got a problem. Yahweh, all right, now what we doing? I was looking for my night light, now I don't see it. Then all of a sudden, my night light turned to the daylight. All right, here we go. Let's go. So I don't care what the name of it is. Look for the reactions of what it causes. Because when it starts doing this, understand we're on our way. All right? Let's see here. Next question. Let me see. Maybe get to one of these. Let me go to. I'm gonna go to this one first, and then I'll come back. This one says, "Shalom, Elder Priest. I had a question about eating halal meat. I was, of course, raised Muslim and witnessed the slaughtering of lambs during Ramadan and watched those Muslim brothers pray over the lamb. I saw on Twitter yesterday evening, and it made me want to ask about the eating of halal meats. I do understand we are in captivity and pray over our food, but what stuck out to me was the sacrificing of meat unto the God Allah." Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 8. And start at verse 1.
Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge puffed up, but charity edify. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. But if any man love Elohim, the same is known of him. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world.
Wait a minute. We know that the idol don't exist. I'm not held to their idol worship because they prayed over the meat. I don't care if they did the Catman-Do dance over their meat. What it got to do with me? I don't know what they did to the meat before it came to me. That's what I pray for. They could have done anything unto that. We are most definitely in the daughter of Babylon. And they mix everything. They mix stuff that ain't even got no business being mixed. They'll tell you this is a turkey hot dog. And you say, oh my God, I'm going to get me a turkey dog. Or you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to eat, beef. I ain't digesting that like that. And I sure don't want, them other kind that they got the pork in. But then they so slick. They say it's a turkey dog. But what we did, we put it in a pork sleeve. What the hell you do that for? Why even have the turkey dog if you're going to put it in a pig bag? Complete waste of energy. But they do stuff like that. But those are the things that we can find out about. There's other things that we may not know about. This is why we pray. This is why Yahweh is going to have to cleanse us of things that we know about and the things that we don't know about. So when you look at that point where he's bringing them out of bringing them through the wilderness and he leads them to this bitter water, they start arguing. He's purposely leading them to this bitter water. But understand, when you start getting the herbs to cleanse your body, they call them bitters. We probably ate all manner of mess in Egypt. Yahweh is then getting us to a point where he can feed us with the herbs that are going to cleanse us. What we start doing, arguing, the same thing we did when our grandmamas came up to you and gave you a spoonful of the nastiest stuff that you have ever tasted in your life. But your grandmama was slick. She didn't ask you. She wasn't. See, this is the difference between grandmamas and mamas. See, the mama say, come here, baby, I got something to give you. Said, no! No! And they arguing, you be like, boy, you ruckus. Grandmama didn't ask you nothing. She got a spoon already sitting there and already poured the nastiest stuff of life. It tastes like oil and antifreeze with a little hint of transmission fluid. It's already sitting in the spoon. She ain't asked you nothing. She ain't asked you nothing. And she's sitting there, she done engaged you in conversation. She is setting you up for your mouth to be open. She come, yeah, baby, do you know what happened down there? You ain't gonna believe what happened down the street. No, ma! Ah! Shut up! And hit you. Push that bottom up. Shut up. Done deal. And she pull that spoon out. Hold your mouth. Swallow, boy. What kind of mess was this? Got you. She didn't care. But she forced these bitters on you. What do you think Yahweh was doing? He forced them bitters. Take them, we forget. We started reading this book, and it says, take your lamb, eat it with bitter herbs. No, we want everything to taste like it was soaked in sugar. Matter of fact, we don't even want Kool-Aid no more. Just put the sugar right there in our mouth and then pour the water. We'll mix it out. We'll mix it ourselves. Right. Yahweh try to help us, and then we fight the help because we don't like the way the help feel. See? We're fighting against those very things. But as far as these people and what they do in food, their idol don't exist. I don't care how bad I don't care how much they love it. I don't care how they feel about it. It don't exist. And I ain't hell to what don't exist. It exists in their heart and in their mind. Go ahead.
And that there's none other El but one.
Uh-huh.
For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and masters many, but to us there is but one Elohim, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Adonai Yeshua HaMashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him. Howbeit, there's not in every man that knowledge.
Now, here is where the limitation comes. What happened when people see you eating something that is now connected to one of their idol-worshiping events? Go ahead.
For some, with conscience of the idol unto this hour, eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled.
Wait a minute. Howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge. For some with conscience of the idol, they have conscience because they have some understanding that there is the idol, and they eat it as a thing offered unto an idol. So they already feel bad with every chew they have. Because now they're thinking about the idol. I mean, macaroni and cheese is macaroni and cheese. Until they said it's macaroni and cheese from the Christmas dinner. Now, you got this situation of, okay, now, everybody know that came from the Christmas dinner. Now, if you eat that and then they see that, are they not now going to be emboldened to say, you know what, we might as well go ahead and eat the pork then? Because, you know, we don't halfway do nothing. If we're going to do wrong, I tell you, we're going to do wrong all the way, Jack. We're going out with an explosion, not with a bang. Correct?
Verse 8. But meat commended us unto Elohim.
Commended us not.
Commended us not to Elohim, but neither if we eat are we the better. Neither if we eat not are we the worst.
Right. What do you let it do in your conscience? If it starts pulling you down, leave it alone. If it pulls you down in here, stay away from it. But understand, the idol don't exist. I don't care what prayer they made over it. What do you think kosher meat is? Somebody who called himself a rabbi decided that he was going to pray over the food. Now, does that change my lamb? Because he prayed over it? Now, my matzos ain't really, it's just souls. It ain't no matz. Because he prayed. Right? Go ahead.
But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become...
Be careful. Take heed. Be careful. Because you can handle this the wrong way and encourage somebody else to do something, them not having understanding, and then get themselves in a bind. And now is Yahweh going to hold you responsible because they did it because they were looking at you. Hey, I eat turkey, but I won't be eating turkey by open window on Thanksgiving. That's the one day I might sneak and hand me a turkey leg. I can't eat turkey wherever. But them turkeys be on sale, especially right after Thanksgiving. What? We be on a turkey hunt right after. Because see then, they had all these turkeys they couldn't get rid of. Voila, the price go down. I'll be like, it's time to go. We got to go get these turkeys, Let's go get them. Because now they on sale. Now, when somebody see me eating, so, brother, that's your leftover Thanksgiving? Nah, brother, I ain't keep Thanksgiving. But I really do appreciate those sales that come after y'all didn't sell all those turkeys. But see, if they see me eating that day, they're going to assume that I must have kept Thanksgiving. So you ain't going to catch me eating turkey around that time out there. You won't catch me going about. I won't be carrying no lunch to work with turkey in a Tupperware. It ain't going to happen. Because I know what they're going to think. And that don't mean I ain't going to eat turkey in my house. Now, don't get it twisted. But if you invite somebody over your house, what they going to think when they see that turkey? And it ain't but a couple of days after Thanksgiving. What are they going to think? So, be careful, because it is written, stay away from even the appearance of sin. This appears as something. Now, here's the whole thing about it. They may never even ask you. They will see it and assume. They will then take that assumption and go back to their house with that assumption and then apply something that they thought they understood because of something they saw you do. Go ahead.
Become a stumbling block to them that are weak. For if any man see you which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And through your knowledge shall the weak brother perish, for whom Hamashiach died.
Wait a minute. Through your knowledge, the weaker individual has now perished because they don't have that understanding. Now they eat those things, and now they have been negatively affected by them. So even though you're not held when it comes down to yourself, you are held when it comes down to the perception of how other individuals may take that. Check that out.
Yeah, priest.
Go ahead.
I mean, I know we talking about food right here, but this also could be, things that you do, your deeds.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. This is why, when Yahweh has a situation where he says your new moons, your feast days, the days of your gladness, come and do those things with me. Let me tell you something. Sometimes, we get happy. We say, you know what? Something good has happened. We're going to go out on the town and party. Now them people seeing us getting jiggy with it. Now they say, oh, now wait a minute. Now we got to be careful where we get jiggy at. Because now they're going to take those things and take it out of context. See, Yahweh said, no, get jiggy with me. Be careful now, because you're going out there dealing with them. There's other consequences and repercussions that happen when you're over there doing it. So understand what all of that comes with. I want to get to another question. It says, is it lawful for a married sister to have male friends? Now that's an interesting question right there, because we got to figure out what kind of friends we have. Because see, we got friends, and then we got friends. Anytime you got to sing it, something wrong with the friend. That's my friend. Wait a minute, you holding that damn end too long. That end too long. Does your friend have more than one end in it? Let's go to Numbers chapter 5. Numbers chapter 5, and let's start this at verse 11.
And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and he be kept closed, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner.
Okay, now, why does he have this thing of jealousy? So he thinks that the friend may be more than a friend. So now Yahweh has a whole setup for if the jealousy come upon a man. Now, why would this come upon him? What kind of situations? The daughter of Babylon puts things together that should not be. Just the mere situation of us having situations where the wife goes to work in a setting with a man. That wouldn't even be happening in our culture. They wouldn't even have no situation where no man is sitting in no office with no woman all alone. That ain't even happening. See, there's a lot of things that we done got used to. Oh, this normal. The hell it is. Y'all ain't gonna take care of that business. Wait a minute, you working? And she working? I said, the hell you do? That ain't gonna work. See, already a whole lot of things we done got accustomed to ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So this spirit of jealousy, he finna take these situations away that's causing the spirit of jealousy to keep coming up. Go ahead.
And the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled.
Wait a minute. So there's a situation where he has jealousy of his wife, one where she is defiled, the other one where she is not. But the jealousy is yet still there. So did the friend cause this? See, we come up with all kind of friends. We got play cousins, play brothers, play this. Then my cousin on my mama's side. Nah, hold on. You married, right? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have some issues here. So now what happens? Because some things may happen. Consider when you have Yaakov who did not know that his wife had taken her father's idols. And he uttered out, he said, look for your stuff. He didn't find it because she sat on the idols. But this is a man blessed of Yah. He gets angry, starts running. Have you seen your gods? Tell me who you find with your gods. Whoever had your gods, blah, 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 blah. He accidentally cursed his wife. He didn't know she had stolen gods. He had no idea she stole the gods. He felt justified in the things that he was saying. Then you find out this sister ended up dying in childbirth or something like that later on. He done cursed his wife. He didn't know that what he was doing. He thought what he was doing was justified because they didn't find them. But I'm sure later on, he come across these gods. Who in the hell brought these in there? You actually did steal them? Because she didn't want the gods. She only stole the gods to hurt her daddy. She didn't deal with the gods. She knew that this was going to affect him. But that little part of him not knowing what was happening, he said the wrong thing. And we come from this thing where we constantly hide things from one another. And I'm talking about we hide things for one another for decades. In the case of Esaac, we're talking about something he never knew his entire life. You have to think about it. He blessed the wrong child. The entire time of his life, this was hidden from him. Even after this blessing is so-called given and stolen, you have to wonder, was there a question or a conversation between him and his wife after that? Go ahead, brother.
Can I?
Go ahead.
So, Israel is married to Yahweh, right?
Uh-huh.
And Yahweh said, I'm a jealous Elohim, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if it's the first commandment, but he said you shall have no other gods before him, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, for me, my God have a problem with that. I have a problem with that too. I don't think that's a good thing for a woman, a wife, especially, to have, a male friend. Like you said, it will activate your jealousy, and it could cause so many issues within that marriage. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, you have to look at, so Yahweh sees the situation even before the situation comes fully into fruition. He says, they say, if a wife go aside unto another man, shall he return unto her? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Mm-hmm. But what happened before the pollution? I mean, they didn't just meet and go in the garden. Yeah. There was some friend right there before. See, there was an area before we get to that part. So where does the activated jealousy come? Does it come after the act? Does it come before the act? Is it not valid if it comes before the act? Is he now unjustified? That's interesting. So does Yahweh just sit there and say, you know what, I see what you're doing? Does he need to wait until you do it to then say? Go ahead.
Verse 15. Then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing lawlessness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before Yahweh. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. And the priest shall set the woman before Yahweh and uncover the woman's head and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse. And the priest shall charge her by an oath and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with you, and if you has not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of your husband, be you free from this bitter water that causeth the curse.
Mm-hmm.
But if you has gone aside to another instead of your husband, and if you be defiled, and some man have lain with you besides your husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing. And the priest shall say unto the woman, Yahweh will make you a curse, an oath among your people. When Yahweh does make your thigh to rot and your belly to swell, and this water that causeth the curse shall go into your bowels to make your belly to swell and your thigh to rot.
That's going to pretty much end. We're not going to have no more jealousy problem after the belly swell and the thighs rot. There's not going to be any jealousy whatsoever at that problem, because not only shall the jealous, nobody else go there, but neither shall he go there where their thighs have been rotten. Now, why would we entertain any kind of situation that would end in rotten thighs? I mean, we don't even want rotten thighs from Church of Chicken. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why anybody would entertain a situation that ends in rotten thighs. Because at this point, now the man is married. But I'm trying to tell you, ain't nobody ever came home from work a whole day, so I can't wait to get those rotten thighs. You know what? Just give me the rice, baby. Hold the chicken. I just take the rice. I get full off the rice. I really like rice. I've been more fond of rice lately. Right. Okay. So this is not a situation that we should find ourselves in, but part of the daughter of Babylon, the way it's set up, we have gotten accustomed to things that never should have been. We wouldn't have co-ed this and co-ed that. The whole situation is an evil setup. And we've gotten accustomed to it, and Yahweh gonna shut it down. We're not gonna have these things. And a whole lot of things that are standing in what is so-called the Holy Land, Yahweh gonna make us knock it down. One of the things that the Gentiles brought into the holy city was a gymnasium. We said, well, that ain't no problem. We work out. No, they play different games. They play different ways. They be in the gym different. They're different. It's a different kind of workout. They got mad. You find out the bathroom ain't got no doors on it. Hey, hold on. Hey, man, where the door at? No, here we are all open. The hell we is. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. And you find out, you go to the gym, you find out these folks just walk up to you, won't get dressed, and just have a conversation with you right there, you know. So, man, did you have a good workout? Bro, you can't talk to me with your squirrel out. You can't do that. That's not going to work. You're going to have to go put your squirrel up. We don't play this. All right? I don't know what the hell y'all you're accustomed to, but we don't do that right now. See, Yahweh automatically have a problem. Why the hell you even bring this gym in here? Because these people, when the Gentiles brought it, they play naked. Yahweh finna cut all that out. You ain't bringing that down. The whole system is wicked. But because we've gotten accustomed to these things, now we think there's no problem having a male friend. Now you're spending time with a male friend and you keep getting closer and closer to sin. And sooner or later, you fall in. And then we want to wonder how we fail. You set yourself up to fall. There's certain situations I knew, oh, no, I can't be in that situation. Why? Because I know my own limitations. You see, sometimes we're so arrogant, we act like our limitations don't exist. Yeah, I can handle that. Yeah. I'll go. No, I ain't going. Why? Because I know my own limitations. I'm not going there. That has a tendency to cause me a problem. I'm going to avoid that. We like to make the mistake first and then go crying all over Yahweh's altar. That's something that we have to stop doing. Let me get to another question here. Matter of fact, let me go into this one. It says that there's a difference between the male and female created in Genesis 1, 27 and 29 versus the creation of Adam in Genesis 2 and then Eve in 2:15. It seems that Adam was made with more detail and care because Yahweh breathed life into him and Eve came from Adam. Now, a lot of times you hear people, I've heard people where they say it's two different creations because of how he's listing this. But let's go to that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1 and 27.
So Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them. And Elohim blessed them. And Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And Elohim saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
All right. Go to, keep reading.
28.
Go to 2 and 1.
2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day Elohim ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Elohim created and made. These are the generation of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Yahweh Elohim made the earth and the heaven.
Pause. Now he's describing what was done previously. This is not a separate creation. He went in order. This is what was made on this day. Understand, now he's rested on the seventh day. He done. This is not another creation after the seventh day. So now he's given detailed information about the creation. Go ahead.
And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for Yahweh Elohim had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And Yahweh Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostril the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And Yahweh Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Yahweh Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
So understand, everything then comes out of this ground except the woman. You have then this all of the trees, all of the herb, all of the animals. Man comes out of the dust of the ground. Go ahead.
And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah.
Now, our biggest issue is that when we are reading these accounts of the creation, we're counting Yahweh's day as ours. There might be 1,000,000 of our years in between one day and the next. We are mixing our time with his time. Wrong. It takes an enormous amount of time for all of these things. He is dealing in his time, which is something that we don't even have a scale for. So understand the difference in that, because people will take one scripture, say one day is as 1,000 years. So then they say, so you telling me the earth is only 6,000 years old? Absolutely not. Go ahead.
Where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good, there is bdellium and onyx, and the onyx stone, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria.
Now it's funny. That's the only one that we can start looking at. Okay, Assyria, Ethiopia, but everything that they give us in the creation is bright white. Now we start looking at, wait a minute, where's this place that he talking about, Ethiopia? Wait a minute, so he in what they call the so-called Middle East. If he in by Ethiopia, man, we in Africa. He said he formed them out of the ground. You ever seen white dirt? We want y'all ever planted with white dirt. Go to Lowe's and tell them, you know what? I'm making me a garden. And I want this specialized white dirt. You know, the first dirt. The first dirt that came from the earth. I want the white one because I want to grow everything. See where Lowe's take you. Get you a representative. Go in the garden department and tell him that you want to get the kind of dirt that you can grow anything from. You realize he's going to lead you to the blackest dirt you ever seen in your life?
Yep.
You realize that? Oh, okay. Interesting. Go ahead.
That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. And Yahweh Elohim took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And Yahweh Elohim commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat of it. For in the day that you do eat thereof, you shall surely die. And Yahweh Elohim said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help me for him. All
right. Now, as we go into 19, understand he is now going back to the account of the creation. He's not doing this again. Read this verse.
And out of the ground, Yahweh Elohim formed every beast of the field.
He didn't remake the beast. Go ahead.
And every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he will call them.
Okay, now he has a job. Now those things are brought to him. He still went within this 6 days. All right? This is not after this part. He's now explaining in detail what happened in this. So now he's given this job and he has to do some stuff. Go ahead.
And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him.
Now you see how beautiful Yahweh is, that he would create some things. And you look, some people now got their name because a kid called him that name. They say, who is that? That Uncle Daddy? There it is. For the next 60 years, this whole man, everybody, don't nobody call him Charles no more. Because one kid said he was Uncle Daddy. Now the whole family called his dude Uncle Daddy. Because the kid did it. That's what Yahweh did. And what's that right there? Jackie Well, what the hell it is? That's what we're going to call that thing then. Yahweh did the same thing we do. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Now, we got to go back to the jealousy of a man. See, the woman was not made her own separate entity out of the dust like everybody else. She was made out of him. His jealousy is different. Now, why Yahweh do that? Come on, man. You made everything else from the dust, man. Come on now. Come on, man. You made the animal. Come on, you ain't have to do it. Yahweh be showing out. He be showing out. You ain't have to show out like that. So the jealousy is different. She is a part of him. No, she in here. His jealousy is different. It wasn't grown from the ground like everything else. She is connected in here. Go ahead.
And the rib which Yahweh Elohim had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Now, wait a minute now. I don't know what dude ain't going to want back something that was taken out of him. I mean, look here, you take my pinky toe, I want it back. Look here, man. Now, I don't just want a pinky toe. I want mine. I want the one that was taken from me. Now, there's a deeper connection here that we're not considering. He says, I'm going to call her woman because she was taken out of man. And then what does Yahweh do? Now every other man had to proceed out of a woman. But the woman was taken out of the man. So the man gave birth to the woman. Of course, he's going to have some jealousy issues. He was made in the image of his Elohim, who also is a jealous Elohim. Go ahead.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
All right. So hopefully that goes into that. I think we got one more question I can take here. It says Satan is mentioned as well as the great dragon, but in Isaiah, Lucifer is mentioned. I've heard that this could be a reference to Nebuchadnezzar or Lucifer and Satan, the same person or entity. So let's go let's go back. Where did he say in Isaiah? So let's go. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah 34. I think he might have been talking about Isaiah 14. Hold on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go to Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and started at verse 3.
And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give you rest from all sorrow and from your fear and from the hard bondage wherein you was made to serve, that you shall take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how as the oppressor sees.
Now, one of the connections when you start reading about Nebuchadnezzar, Yahweh is going to use one when he's referring to the entire rulership of Babylon. Now, when you deal with Babylon, you have, of course, this UK and American connection. And we don't often make the connection between the Babylon and the daughter of Babylon. Understand something. the UK, Charles himself is listed as a king of kings. He got about 50 crowns. We don't really even think about what that means. There are all these commonwealths and areas that are completely under their control. America is the only one that has broken away and became their own superpower. But she's still intermingled with their control. So thereby you have Babylon and then the daughter of Babylon. Even though you hear all this talk, you can tell who's running things. The crown has over 50 countries that it controls. You notice you ain't seen print the King Charles on there. Yeah, look at, and they better give back. He don't operate like that. A king doesn't do that. He sends other people to go do that. So you see, the President of the United States went to go visit the king. Now, all of these things, understand that even this whole concept of the state of Israel, it was put together by Britain, not by America. Somehow, America took on the entire bill and responsibility of the land of Israel. But the whole thing came from Britain. America didn't put that there. Britain did. Now, how does another country take on the full bill and responsibility? And who must be in charge to tell them to take it? Interesting. So that's something that we have to keep in mind when we're reading that, and then understand that the adversary, the devil, when it says this dragon, he uses those nations to assault the children of Israel. But then there is some connection between that, because these are powers that are directly under the adversary's control. All right, go ahead.
How as the oppressor seized, the golden city seized. Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at you, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since you are laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for you to meet you at your coming. It stirred up the dead for you, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto you, are you also become weak as we? Are you become like us, like unto us? Your pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of your vows, the worm is spread under you, and the worms cover you.
Now, one of the things that my elder used to always say is that, people often ask about why don't Yahweh just destroy Lucifer or Satan and it's over. When you're dealing with a son that was given certain powers, this entity is being turned into man. There's a process that has to happen there. You're talking about an angel who is being stripped of his authority. There's a process with that because of covenants that were made. Go ahead.
How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
How are you fallen from heaven? So we're talking about one who has authority in the heavens and has lost that authority. Go ahead.
Son of the morning, how are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven.
Now, this is where things get interesting, because you start saying, son of the morning. Now, wait a minute. When they start talking about Yahshua, them say son of the morning too. Now, wait a minute. Oh, they was both sons. Oh, they were both brothers. Oh, interesting. They both son of the morning. Interesting. Go ahead.
I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Mm-hmm.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
I will be like the Most High. I don't want to cover the seat. I want to sit in it. Go ahead.
Yet you shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see you shall narrowly look upon you and consider you, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Is this the man? Wait a minute. He's got to be stripped of those powers. He's got to be stripped of those powers. First, there's levels. Because first, he gets ejected out of heaven. Remember now, he can come and go. We go in Job. He's coming to and fro. They asked him, say, where you been? He said, to and fro, walking up and down the earth. Okay, have you considered my servant Job? So he has not been ejected because he's coming and going. Now at this point, he now is forbidden to come. He is forced to stay on earth. Now he comes with wrath because he can't come and go as he did before. Now there's a level change. Let's go to Luke chapter 10. Now, one of those things says, how have you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? And the question is, was Lucifer and Satan the same? Read Luke chapter 10, start at verse 17.
And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Adonai, even the devils are subject unto us through your name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Wait a minute. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. I mean, that's the same thing Isaiah said. He said it for Lucifer, how have you fallen from heaven? I want to read the definition of what it says Satan is in Hebrew. It says, it's H7854. It says adversary, one who withstands, adversary in general or personal or national, then a superhuman adversary. Now, a lot of times we get caught in the name of things, just like Adam means man. We often put in times, you're going to find Adam, and he's dealing with man in general in some of those cases, but we're still attaching that to one entity. So what happens then? Remember that as there is an angel, Yahweh says, beware, I have sent an angel to lead you in the way. This is going, coming out of Egypt. He says, I will send an angel to lead you in the way, but do not provoke him, for my name is in him. So if Yahweh is able to put his name in the angel, and then the angel speaks in the name of Yahweh, it says the adversary, the devil, was kicked out, him and his angels. Now, do his angels also have the right to speak in his name? So that's something I hope we find out when Yahshua get here, because I don't want to know before that. So there's certain things you need to say. You know what? I'll take that to Yahshua. That's what I do. Because sometimes you seek a little bit too much, and you might get that what you asked for, but you wish you hadn't got that answer. So we gonna let that stay right there, and we'll let Yahshua deal with the rest. But that is all that we have time for today. If anybody else sent anything in, we'll deal with it here the next time we gather, or maybe we'll deal with it on Shabbat. Let's rise up, and we're going to face the east and leave with a prayer. Abba Father, Most High Covenant Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Abba Father, we thank you for giving us yet another opportunity to read out of the legacy that you have left unto us. We pray, Abba Father, that you do open up our hearts, our minds, our understanding, that we may be able to receive the direction that you give unto us. We thank you, Father, that you have given us a little sanctuary whereby we can gather together to read out of this legacy. We pray that you would keep opening up unto us. And we pray that we may be able to receive, and not just us here physically, but we know that we have family, that we have our spiritual family that join with us on the regular. We pray, Abba Father, that you would count them as even being physically here with us in this room. And we know that one day we will gather together all of your children in peace and in righteousness. But until then, Abba Father, we pray that you would keep a hedge of protection round about this house and round about our personal houses, that we may be able to continually do the work that is pleasing unto you. We pray, Abba Father, that you would give us health and strength, that we may continue on this narrow path that leads to righteousness. We ask these prayers in Yahshua HaMashiach's holy and divine name, to him to whom rule, power, honor, majesty, and might was given forever and ever. Amen and hallelujah.